Konnichiwa, today I'm flying from Tokyo Haneda to London Heathrow in ANA's business class, The Room, which has been on my bucket list for a while, so I am excited to finally experience it. My ANA flight departed from Terminal 2, which is mainly used for ANA's domestic operations. Escalators at the south end of domestic check-in hall leads to the international check-in area. The check-in area comes with counters and automatic bag drops, making the entire process quick and smooth. At the south end of the check-in hall, you find a security screening area with a fast-track lane only for business and first-class passengers. Once through security, you enter a spacious open area, and to the right are 3 lounges you can visit. One pay-per-use lounge open for all, and an escalator that takes you to ANA business class and first class lounges. Both of the ANA lounges shares a common reception area. After passing a reception, the hallway divides into 2 directions. Turning right takes you to the baggage storage area, and turning left leads to the lounge, which is mainly a large open space with different seating options and a few semi-private areas. Behind this area was the lounge main seating zone with rows of sofa chairs followed by lounge chairs. Each seat came with a small side table featuring a power outlet and a USB-A port. The lounge also features a business center, relaxation area with a couple of semi-private rooms, kids room, phone booth, and shower rooms, along with plenty of dining tables. Although there was a live cooking station, the food prepared was placed on a buffet rather than served directly. One feature that caught my attention was a counter showcasing various Japanese sake options from the lounge and onboard services in business, first and premium class. The lounge foods options were mostly found across a few buffet counters, both light and hot dishes. Lighter bites include salad, sandwiches, bread, croissant, and rice bowls. During breakfast, hot dishes like bacon teppanyaki with roasted potatoes were available. One funny feature they had was the rice dispenser, placed next to ANA's chicken curry rice. Like other ANA international lounges, this one included a staff noodle bar, offering soba, udon, tonkotsu ramen, and vegetable curry rice. This was of course my favorite feature of the lounge. I couldn't leave Japan without having one final bowl of both ramen and udon. Once boarding was ready to begin, the staff lined up and bowed before welcoming the first passengers. Began with first class and ANA Mileage Club Diamond members, and then business class passengers was invited to board. Though the ANA business class cabin on the Boeing 777 is quite simple, it is one of the most stunning planes I ever boarded. The design is sleek and modern with a strong Japanese influence. The beige wood paneling and dark gray seats finishes gives the new ANA business class a refined and sophisticated appearance, and is a major upgrade from the previous business class product. ANA's new Boeing 777 are premium heavy, with business class having the most rows. This aircraft features 4 cabins, 8 first class suites, 80 business class seats, 24 premium economy seats, and 116 economy seats. Business class seats are arranged in a 1-to-1 layout, offering all passengers direct access to the aisle. The business class seats are designed by Kengo Kuma and Acumen, a modified saffron fuchsia seat in an alternating front and rear facing configuration. Business class is divided into 3 cabins, the first in row 5-6, followed by the largest cabin in row 7-16, and the last mini cabin is located in row 17-20. In ANA's new business class, the seats are staggered, so the passengers in alternating rows are positioned closer to either the window or the aisle. The even-numbered rows are forward-facing and positioned closer to the aisle, with window seats further from the windows, while the odd-numbered rows are rear-facing and situated further from the aisle, but window seats positioned closer to the windows. The storage table is closer to the aisle, providing a bit more privacy, but it's hardly noticeable. The middle seats are perfect for couples or people traveling together. Rear-facing middle seats bring you closer together when the divide is lowered, while the forward-facing one leaves a gap. And my seat for today's flight was 19 kilo. Alright, let's check out what the seats has to offer. You could describe the seat as a cross between a typical business class seat and a full first class suite. It has a lot in common with Qatar Q suites, like doors, staggering seating, and rear-facing option. But what really stands out is the incredible amount of space, which is hard to overlook. The seat is well designed. In front of the seat, you find a sharp 24-inch 4K IFE screen. To the side of the screen, there's a coat hanger and one of the 3 reading lights in the business class suites. Beneath the IFE screen is a large and sturdy tray table. It extends from the front of the seat and can be easily adjusted, so you can still get up during meal service. A storage unit for small loose items is located next to the tray table. The footwell is quite large, giving you plenty of space while sleeping, and can also be used to store items underneath. To the right of the seat is the seat console, offering a dedicated surface, storage space, and seat controls. The storage compartment has a unique design. Even when closed, off the door serves as a flap that lifts to reveal an HDMI port, power outlet, and a USB-A port. The storage compartment features a literature pocket, a mirror, and a small pouch for storing smaller items. However, it's not very deep, so it's difficult to store larger items like headphone or Amenity kit. Given that this is the only storage compartment, despite the size of ANA business class seats, the storage options are more limited compared to other airlines, like on EVA Airs on their 787. Underneath the service space are the IFE remote controller and seat controls. The seat controls are cleverly designed. The second row offers standard buttons for lie flat, upright, and dining position, while the first row features a scroller for easily switching between these modes, while the third row lets you move the seat forward and backward, similar how you adjust a car seat. The last row of controls manage the dining light, the reading light position near your shoulder, and the mood lighting along the forward panel and inside the footwell. An additional USB-A port and headphone jack are built into the armrest by the window for easy access. And of course, there's the door. It comes into 2 parts, both activated by a button. A half door that rises near from the armrest, and a full door that slides out from the front walls. Although the door doesn't completely close, leaving a small gap, but they still offer privacy. The cabin also equipped with individual air nozzles. One last seat feature to highlight is the windows. ANA's newly configured Boeing 777 comes with electronic window blinds. The blinds come in 2 layers, one that slightly reduces the light and a thicker one that completely blocks it. Now that we covered the hard product, let's move on to the soft product. Upon boarding, I found a pair of Sony headphones, Amenity kit, slippers, a shoe horn, and a shoe bag at my seat. The bedding was also substantial, with 2 pillows, a blanket, and a mattress pad. A flight attendant introduced themselves after I settled in and offered pre-departure drinks, with a choice between orange juice and champagne, served in a plastic glass. Once I got my champagne, I was offering pajamas and a cardigan. These aren't for keeps and are collected at the end of the flight, so I just borrowed the pajamas. And later, another flight attendant came by with a basket of amenities, offering extra if needed. If you like this content so far and want to see more, consider to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps our channel grow so we can create even more videos. Thanks for your support. As soon as we hit cruising altitude, I decided to change into pajamas since it was almost a 14-hour-long flight. So let's check out the lavatory. There are 4 lavatories for business class passengers, 2 at the front of the main cabin and 2 at the back. The lavatories are small but well designed, with a fold-down bench that covers the part of the floor so you can change into pajamas without touching the ground. The lavatories was always clean and fully stocked with essentials like dental kit and mouthwash. And of course, every toilet features a bidet as you expect from a Japanese airline. After takeoff, meal service started and menus were provided. In addition to the dinner service, there was a pre-landing meal and an anytime dining option. The menu reads as follows. Since the catering was from Japan, I knew I had to go for the Japanese menu instead of the Western option. There was no hot service towel on this flight, which I found a bit strange, but we were given a wet towel or cloth instead. The meal started with an amuse-bouche, featuring marinated mussel, cheese, and olive. The amuse-bouche was just okay. My rating, 5 out of 10. Next came the appetizer, or sensai, which is a traditional Japanese starter. It includes sea bream sushi, deep-fried stuffed lotus root with chicken, green pea tofu, and grilled chicken pate with spinach and poppy seeds. It also came with 2 kobashi dishes, which are small side dishes in Japanese. One was a salmon salad with egg yolk vinegar, and the other one was simmered iced fish with bamboo shots in a soy-based sauce. The dish was beautifully presented. The dish looked like it could be served in a restaurant. I find it quite good, though some might find traditional Japanese food such as ice fish a bit strange. My rating, 7 out of 10. I was recommended to try out a light sake with my main course by the flight attendant. The sake was quite good and easy to drink. It was smooth and had a crisp taste, but I stopped after 1 glass when I realized it had 19% alcohol. Next came the shusai, which is the main dish in a traditional Japanese meal, usually featuring a protein like fish, meat, or tofu. My shusai included simmered beef and wild vegetables in a soy-based sauce, grilled Spanish mackerel with saikyo miso, steamed rice, miso soup, and Japanese pickles. The dish was, once again, beautifully presented and very delicious. My rating, 9 out of 10. Lastly, I got served dessert, and I opted for the strawberry mousse, which was just okay. My rating, 6 out of 10. After finishing my meal, I was ready to go to bed, and I can't emphasize how large the bed is. One feature that I appreciated was the wide footwell. As a side sleeper who bends my knees, I usually hit the sides in other business class products, but not this time. It also worth mentioning that the bed is a bit on the firmer side, which is how I prefer it, so it was the ideal bed for me. So I found the bed comfortable. ANA's amenity kit are from Edinger, which is made from natural cotton canvas and recycled materials as part of ANA's effort to reduce plastic waste. And it contains lip balm, body lotion, and a reusable bag. And that's it. ANA also provide extra amenities if required. I was offered some before takeoff, and more can be found in the galley. And here's the extra amenity you can get: an eye mask, comb, earplugs, ANA original aroma, skincare for men, hand and face cream. The 24-inch 4K WIFI screen was extremely sharp and responsive. It was almost like using a large iPad. The touch controls worked smoothly and the remote was fast. Although I don't spend much time watching in-flight entertainments. But it seems the selection of movies and TV shows was quite good. One feature that I liked most was the onboard external cameras, which were very impressive. It is one of the best screens I experienced on a plane, only beaten by ANA's first class screen. One interesting feature of the WIFI screen is the wake-up mode, which gently increases the lighting over 30 minutes to wake you calmly. There was also option to change color of the ambient light in your suite. The Sony headphones were pretty good, with effective noise cancelling and sound quality. On my flight, ANA didn't offer free Wi-Fi in business class, so I had to buy a plan. The price ranged from $6.95 for 30 minutes to $21.95 for the full flight. However, since we were flying over the North Pole, the Wi-Fi was limited, so I didn't bother to buy it. One of my favorite things to do in Japan is to try the snacks from Lawson or 7-Eleven, and luckily, ANA's Anytime menu features snacks that are almost tasty as those on the ground. Upon waking up, I ordered Ippudo ramen, a spicy chicken sandwich, and the Japanese rice bowl set. The spicy chicken looked delicious, but it was dry and nothing too special. My rating, 5 out of 10. The rice bowl set looks somewhat dry, but it turned out to be better than expected. Actually quite tasty. My rating, 7 out of 10. And lastly, the Ippudo ramen, my favorite. Even though it was vegan, it was surprisingly creamy and flavorful. Japanese instant ramen is on another level. You just can't go wrong with it. My rating, 9 out of 10. Since I was already eating, the flight attendant asked if I'd like to continue with the pre-landing meal, and I didn't mind that. Just like the first meal, there was a choice between Japanese and Western option, and I chose the Japanese option again. For my main dish, it was deep-fried red rock with soy-based sauce and steamed rice. And the kobashi side dishes included stir-fried vegetables with salted rice, with malt, and miso soup. The fried fish was a bit soggy from the sauce, but I didn't expect to be crispy. Overall, the dish was tasty, though the salted rice with malt was a bit odd for my taste. My rating, 7 out of 10. ANA's new business class on Boeing 777 is hands down the best hard product I've tried so far. Compared to other business class offerings like Qatar Airways Q Suites, ANA's seat is significantly wider. The entertainment screen is far sharper and more responsive, and the double doors provide excellent privacy. The only downside is the limited storage, but I didn't find it to be a major concern. There's still space under the footwell, on the counter, and in the overhead bin. As for the soft product, I was very impressed with the food, as is often the case with Japanese airlines. For those who are not used to Asian cuisine, the Japanese menu might seem a bit different in terms of taste, but the Western option I found to be just above average, based on my experience from the London flight. The service was outstanding, with flight attendants always calling by my last name and offering a friendly and attentive service. I'm happy to check out ANA's new business class off my bucket list, and for me, ANA has set a new standard for business class with this product. It is now my favorite business class, and I can't wait to compare ANA's The Room with Japan Airlines' new business class on their A350-1000 when I fly next year. We hope you liked watching our video and sharing our amazing experience with ANA The Room. Consider to like and subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to bringing more amazing content in the future. Until then, take care and see you next time.